Hi there, my name is Charlie and I'm doing this for 66 of us, and my topic is going to be on mental health and keeping good mental health during the coronavirus crisis. Because there's been a lot of publicity about keeping mentally strong during the lockdown. So in this video I'm going to give you a couple of exercises that you can try at home to keep good mental health and to keep mentally strong. Okay, so the first exercise is called balloon. Got a bumblebee going on behind me here. First exercise is called balloon, and it's about beliefs. And beliefs are probably not something that you've thought much about, but they're incredibly important. The beliefs that we have a massive impact on our lives. Where do we get our beliefs from? Well, typically we'll get them from our parents, we'll get them from our friends, we'll get them from school, from our culture, and of course from the media. And beliefs are just they just help us make sense of the world. They're just the way that we kind of can create some kind of meaning, some kind of sense to what is going on. And it's helpful to think of beliefs a bit like a balloon, and the thoughts that we have every day are like the air that we blow up into the balloon. So we have, on average, 50,000 thoughts a day. Now, of course, most of those thoughts are subconscious, but these are the thoughts that we have that they kind of blow up the air of our balloon, of our beliefs. Okay, but what happens if we find that one of the beliefs we have is wrong and it just disappears? So I'll give you an example. When we were kids, 6, 7-year-old kids, we all believed in somebody called Santa Claus, right? And every Christmas Eve we get all excited because Santa Claus was going to come and put presents on the end of our bed. And then one Christmas Eve we saw that Santa Claus was in fact mum and dad, or maybe our mean older brother or older sister told us that in fact Santa Claus didn't exist and was our parents. So what happened to that belief in Santa Claus? It basically disappeared in an instant, right? So again, a belief is just a thought we keep on having. That's all a belief is. And we blow with our thoughts. We blow air into that belief. So, if we think about the coronavirus and the crisis that's going on at the moment, if you're a bit like me, you can get sometimes a bit obsessed about the news. You're turning on the news, you're listening to all the kind of generally bad news that's going on at the moment. Maybe you've got some friends who are also a bit catastrophizing about what's happening, and you're sending them messages, they're sending you messages. Maybe you're going on social media sites which are saying that society's going to end as we know it, it's all going to be terrible, it's awful. And not surprisingly, that makes us feel pretty anxious. It makes us feel negative and scared. So what I would suggest is, I know it's difficult for me as well, is you turn the off switch of the news. Don't obsess about the news all the time. Leave it alone and let the air go out of the balloon. Leave it alone for a few days. Don't chat with those negative friends all the time. Don't go on the social media every few minutes, and just let the air disappear and the balloon go down a bit. And what you'll find is you'll start to feel a bit less anxious and a bit less negative. If you want to take this idea of beliefs a little bit further, there's an exercise I'd like you to do after this video. Get a pen, get a piece of paper, write down 3 beliefs that you have in your life that you think are helpful to you, that you think are allowing you to lead the kind of life you want to lead. Just 3, okay? Write those down. next to that, in the right hand column, write down 3 beliefs that maybe aren't helping you. Maybe they're getting in the way, maybe they're making you feel anxious. Write those down. And with those 3 negative beliefs, start to challenge them. Are they really true, or is a lot of what you're worrying about the thoughts you're having? Are they just the air you're blowing up into your balloon? Are they real? Now, even if there is some truth in them, start to challenge them, start to change things that, again, let that air out of that negative balloon, okay? So that's the first exercise, balloon. The second exercise is called glasses. I'm not talking about the glasses, the kind of glasses that I'm wearing at the moment, these ones. I'm talking about the lens that we all look at life through. All of us have a lens, a bit like a glasses lens, that we look at life through. And that lens can either be a positive lens or it can be a negative lens. So today I'm sitting outside and the weather is not great, to be honest. It's been raining today. It's pretty grey, it's pretty overcast. But for me, that's okay. It doesn't bother me. Now, if I was unlucky enough to suffer from something called seasonal affectiveness disorder, known rather appropriately by the acronym of SAD, the fact that the weather's bad today, is overcast, would mean that I'm pretty negative about the day. Same weather, different lenses. My negative friend with the seasonal affective disorder has a negative lens to look at the day through, and therefore, unfortunately for him, his day is not going to be a good one. And these lenses that we look at through life, either the positive lens or the negative lens, really have a major impact on our lives. And that's something I want you to think about. What is the lens that you typically look at life through? Because that's all it is. It's only a lens, right? It's your lens. It's not necessarily real. It's just the perspective through which you look at life. If it tends to be more on the negative side, then start to think about, okay, how can I change that? How can I start to look at life, rather than looking at life through this negative lens, how can I start to look at life through a slightly more positive lens? And I've got an exercise to help you do that. Again, I'd like you to get a bit of paper and a pen, and every morning, before you do anything else, before you switch on the news, go onto social media, message your friends, I want you to write down 5 things that you have to be thankful for in your life. 5 things that are positive in your life. They don't have to be big things, they can be small things, it doesn't matter. Just write them down, 5 things. And this is the key part. Once you've written down the 5 things, I want you to really process them. Really let them live through your mind and into your body. Really think about them. Doesn't have to be very long. This can be a 3-minute exercise, but do it every single morning. Make it the first thing you do for a couple of weeks, and I promise you the effects will be profound. Okay? So that's it. Those are the 2 exercises, balloon and glasses, and I really hope they help you to keep good, positive mental health during the lockdown and beyond. And if you like what you've seen today, please go on to my Facebook page, Thrive with Charlie. The link is next to this video. I've got a lot of free content on there, more of this kind of stuff that I've shared with you. I'd love to get your feedback on it, and please get in touch with me. I'd love to hear from you. And stay safe, stay well, and keep mentally well during the next few weeks. Take care. Bye now.